Did you actually know that Gautam was a mechanical engineer at first? Tell me the transformation from a mechanical engineer to...
I didn't study at all. In the sense, I did go to college, but I was a very bad student.
Okay.
I was kicked out of the hostel after 2 years of hostel. And I was just there for the ride. In the sense, I met a whole lot of good people there. Some very good friends who will be lifelong friends. I'm in touch with them. They spread all over the world, actually. That's the only best part about college. You meet a whole lot of people and
But was movies always in your mind?
No, see, what happens is once when I finished 12th, the only option was engineering or medicine. I was, you grow up in a very small society and you don't know exactly what.
Are you from Chennai?
Yeah, I'm from Madras. In the sense, I didn't know, not much of a dreamer actually, so I really didn't know much. At that point, the only option was engineering or medicine, and that's what Dad and Mom also wanted. So I got a seat here. This college in Trichy.
And your mom was a professor as
She's
well?
a teacher. She is a teacher. She teaches commerce and economics in a school for the 12th standard.
Okay.
So went into engineering and then right from day one realized this is totally wrong. I wasn't set there at all. But then you start meeting all these people. Trichy, in this college, you have people from all over India and also from interior Tamil Nadu and all that. So these are the guys who actually talk about films and everything, because they're hardcore people, they have passion for cinema. So when you start talking to them, you realize that, you can relate to what they're talking about and why can't we also do something? And then I started watching a whole lot of films. We basically say film buffs, at home we talk about films sometimes, just like a normal family, songs always playing at home and stuff. And I found that, I could relate to, this and why not get behind the camera and make something. So after college, I worked with Wipro in a marketing job for some time. But on the sly, I was trying to meet Mani Ratnam and Bharati Raja and trying to get work. And then one day, I happened to meet Rajiv Menon. And I told him I'd like to assist him for some time. And he took me in. And I worked with him on a whole lot of ad films. Till Minsara Kanuva happened. I was the last director on Minsara Kanuva for about a year. That's a good project for me in the sense I learned a lot from that film. Very obviously, Rajiv, nobody actually teaches you. Nobody calls you and tells you this is what you have to do and all that. It's just observation and work. That film had Kajol and Prabhudeva and Arvind Swamy, and it's a major experience for me as far as my life is concerned. The moment I finished Minsara Kanuva, I decided I'm coming out and I'm going to start on my own. It took me 3 years to make Minnale from then.
But is there any particular actor or actress that you would love to work with?
Yeah, I'd love to work with Kamal Haasan, Amitabh Bachchan. I'd like to do a film with Rajinikanth. I'd probably use all these people at the age at which they are in. I wouldn't make them look younger or anything like that.
Okay. But what's with all this passion happening? I mean, I know in a relationship, it's obvious that there is a lot of passion, but people in India just don't seem to be, relating to that. If you notice a lot of Hindi films or Telugu or Malayalam films, there's a lot of passion and they do project sex a lot in various films.
Okay.
So, do you think this is stepping into a new level altogether?
See, again, depends on the situation, and you can't force something there. But if you have a song about two people who are madly in love with each other and they get married and they spend a night together, then obviously you have to take it to the level to which you can take it, and that chemistry has to come out. And only then the audience relates to what is happening on screen. Otherwise, they know it's fake and it's set up. I don't believe in unnecessary vulgarity. I don't believe in vulgarity at all. There's nothing like that in my film. Even
I know it's very beautiful and subtly done.
Yeah, very subtle, definitely. But there is a lot of passion. You can make out there's a chemistry between the actors. We work towards that actually.
And in one of Ram Gopal Varma's interview, I did read that he would like to remake his own films. Because after 5 years, he looks back at his films and he finds the various mistakes that he's made and he wants to remake his own film.
I can understand that totally because when you write something and when you start shooting it at the end, you realize something has changed and maybe this you could have done a little better and everything. I guess 5 years down the line, I wouldn't mind doing Minnale all over again with the entire new cast. It might work, because then another new set of guys and girls are on the scene and they might like to watch a young film. So I might change that a little bit and make it. Not because there's a dearth of scripts, it's just because I like what I did in that film. And I think I can do a little better job when I do it next time.
And do you like a lot of Mani Ratnam films?
Yes, I don't think I can deny that. Definitely, I love Mani Ratnam films.
So are you basically, do you get inspired by various other directors?
Yeah, see, when you're in the industry, I believe, that you have to watch a whole lot of films, basically. You can't be stuck to what you want to do all the time.
Exactly.
So I've grown up on Mani Ratnam films and a whole lot of other films. So yes, he is definitely an inspiration.
Gautam, in one of the songs, you featured Ramya Krishnan.
Yeah, it's a special appearance actually.
Okay, so what was the whole idea of getting Ramya Krishnan to do the song?
Well, I always liked Ramya Krishnan a lot, and we had a so-called item number in the film.
Okay. But it's generally not done in the regular item number kind of.
Yeah, so how different can you make an item number? We haven't really tried to make it look very different, but at least the way Ramya looks, her clothes and
she's also got a very different look in
yes, the way she's made up and everything, and the shots also. I think the song
inspired by anything? I mean,
no inspiration at all. But I think it's a mind-blowing audio track actually, Thudu Verma, and we matched that.
She looks little like Madonna. I mean.
Yeah, we actually put on an electric chair. Actually, that one portion was actually inspired by the Madonna video.
Okay.
No harm denying that. No copying shots or anything like that. Okay. Just the idea of putting her on an electric chair. Don't ask me why. We just want to do something wild in that song.
Okay.
And I guess the film is a straight narrative. It just goes to where it's supposed to go. And we had a point where we could have taken a little break away from the script, so the audience can sit back a little bit.
Okay.
Because the second half is like really nail biting. You move to the edge of your seat as the screenplay winds. So at this point, we needed a small break. So at that point, I decided I'd make a song here.
Okay.
And when I checked with the producer, he was also very happy with Ramya. Okay. And when I played the song to her, she loved the song. She normally doesn't just sign to do these numbers. She has to like the song and the feel and everything. She liked what we told her. And she was pretty cool on the sets too.
And where have you shot Kaka Kaka? I mean,
Kaka Kaka is mostly in Madras,
okay.
On the roads in Madras and houses and studios. Okay. We've also gone to Nuvarelia in Sri Lanka.
But how did you choose Sri Lanka?
I've done a lot of shooting in Sri Lanka for an ad film before, so I did a location scout there before. We wanted a lake for Kaka Kaka, and I found something there, so we put up a set of a wood house on a lake in Sri Lanka, and then we shot in Andamans for about 5 days for the song.
Okay. You wanted Kaka Kaka and Sami to release simultaneously. What was the reason behind this?
Well, we didn't release it simultaneously, obviously, but we wanted to at one point because that's a cop film too. And I was very sure that there's a major difference between both the films.
Okay.
Not just in the way of making or anything like that. Sami is a very good film. I like the film. I like Vikram in the film.
Okay.
But only because we are very different from Sami. We're very underplayed and we're, I think, more realistic and everything. Sami is an out-and-out, huge commercial film. So just so that audience could make the difference out, I wanted to come out.
Okay.
Most of the time, people wouldn't do something like that.
Okay.
But we weren't ready. We were just getting ready for release, so it didn't happen.
Okay, and I also did read that you did go up to Ajit and Madhavan.
Initially, I went to Ajit when I first finished writing the screenplay. At that point, he didn't want to play a cop, but he is playing a cop right now. And same with Vikram. I went to Vikram. This is after Sedu came out. And I think I narrated a couple of scenes to him. He liked the idea and everything, but he wasn't sure about the cop thing again.
Okay.
Because he said at that time he was doing Dil, and in that he was a wannabe cop. Types.
Okay.
So that didn't happen. And after I saw Nanda, I decided that I'd go with Surya because I was very happy with what I.
Okay.
And I started interacting with him, and he's become a very good friend and all that. So no regrets about Surya at all. I think.
And Jyotika was definitely your first choice.
Jyotika was signed even before I went to Surya. Only because I wanted to do something different with Jyotika from the. She's normally this bubbly, very, vivacious, talking a lot type.
And what's the kind of role that she plays in this?
She's very soft actually,
And
she's,
much more matured.
Much mature, definitely. The way she's looking in the film also is like very different. I wanted to cast somebody, who had normally not done something like that. Just wanted to go for the right.
But can you see yourself in the next say 2 to 3 years making an out-and-out commercial film?
Yeah, I mean. The idea is to make a lot of money for the producer. You have to take home a basic pay. You need to survive. So I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
But if the producer is pumping in so much of money into the film, then he has to get that money back. That's the whole idea of work.
Okay.
So, but what is commercial anyway? I think Kaka Kaka is a very commercial film.
Okay.
Sami is also a very commercial film, but there is a difference between both the films. So I'm hoping this will do well and bring in a lot of money.
But what I was just thinking about is somebody has to make a difference in this industry, just not in the Tamil industry, but entire Indian cinema. So I'm sure directors like you, directors for tomorrow, have to make that difference. And I'm sure you have made the difference with Kaka Kaka.
Definitely. I think it's definitely different from the run-of-the-mill commercial films. I must say that. Looking at it now, I'm very happy with the kind of film it's turned out to be.
Okay.
Normally, when you write a script, and a screenplay, about 75% gets translated onto the screen, which is what happens because of so many other problems while shooting. But I guess about 95% of the script is on Kaka Kaka right now.
But can you see yourself doing a film that is not too kind of, definitely like an offbeat film? Can you see yourself doing an offbeat
I'd love to do a... See, I write my own scripts, I prefer doing that. So if I feel an idea will work, not...
But what if it doesn't relate to the masses?
Yeah, I'm not really worried about whether it'll bring in so much money. So based on my script, and if I feel it's a little restricted, then I'll cut my budget down and I'll work. I'll make sure nobody loses any money on the project.
Okay.
But I need to like what I write first. And if I like what I write, then I don't mind whether it's commercial or whether it's artistic or whatever.
Okay.
So-called parallel cinema, whatever. If I like what I write, then I'll make that into a film.
And Gautam, you want to remake Kaka Kaka in Hindi as well?
Yeah, if it... The whole idea of remake comes about only if the film works, if it's a big hit and everything, people start coming in. So I definitely like to make this film in Hindi.
And have you decided as to who you want to cast?
I was looking at Abhishek Bachchan actually because I remember Amitabh played a cop in Zanjeer, and that was the film which made him, is what people say. So I'm hoping if this film...
Why Abhishek? Everybody seems that Abhishek is like the boy next door.
No, I think he's got tremendous potential. He's got a lot of his father in him. I have interacted with him a couple of times, just briefly, just to meet him a couple of times. Something about him definitely. He's got the presence. And I think this particular film would suit him.